Giovanni, you are also using the Tom Hanks brand name PDF?
Exactly.
Okay, excellent. One moment here. Okay, and we're back with game 2 between Dinner Dog and Giovanni. Those just tuning in, Dinner Dog was able to secure a very close victory in game 1. And because it is single elimination, Giovanni now fighting for his tournament life. If he loses here, he will be out of the bracket, and Dinner Dog will advance. Ready, I'll do a countdown.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Excellent. People still not muting the Discord. I'll make a community post about this later on. Start. So anyway,
Have fun.
here we go. Match is started.
See ya.
Yeah, if Giovanni is able to secure the game 2 win here, we'll have a game 3 scheduled for later on. I didn't get a chance to talk about the start of the randomizer last time, but this is actually a very important moment. It doesn't seem like much. It's the same fight every time. It's predictable strats. Ooh, and Dinner Dog getting a weird start on that Dracula spawn. Actually, I think both runners are. That's because the SRAM wasn't reset, it seems like. But anyway, you want to make sure not to take damage here. That'll buff your stats when you resume play as Alucard. So both players took a little bit of damage, it looks like. Their stats will be a little bit worse across the board. Besides that, you want to end up with the Holy Water sub-weapon. That's why our runners like to juggle those sub-weapons back and forth. The reason for that is that when you resume control as Alucard, you'll get +5 MP if you end the fight with Holy Water. And you want to end up with 0 hearts, you'll get a bonus consumable. So yeah, one of the cool things about SotN, there are all these little details, all these subtle mechanics. If you play that fight right, you'll get better stats and 2 extra usable items. Giovanni with a small lead here. And Giovanni checking for a library card. One of the items you can randomly start with is a library card. And a very bold play you can take early is using the library card to skip that death cutscene. If you do that, you'll be able to keep all your starting gear. But on the downside, you'll miss out on Cube of Zoe and Spirit Orb relic checks. So definitely a risky play, but it can be huge if it works out. Okay, so last time around, Holy Glasses was the final check in the castle. Now it's the first. And to this point, the tournament matches have actually been pretty friendly. It's been a lot of early bat, which is always what you want to see. Let's see if the trend continues here. Alright, that's an interesting pickup. You'll notice on Dinner Dog's tracker, he just acquired a great sword or a thrust sword. This actually allows Alucard to do a dive kick, or sometimes fly without the need for double jump. So if, for example, we get gravity boots in the next couple of relics, that could be pretty relevant. And thankfully, DeGiovanni picks that up as well. I didn't get a chance to do this last time, so let me quickly plug the runners here. Incredible first race. Please do give both a follow if you're enjoying the races so far tonight. Alright, so a really strong punch attack. Looks like it's a Holbein dagger? Or, no, that's, I actually forget what weapon this is. But, pretty strong. Good fight for Dinner Dog. And interestingly, DeGiovanni opting to use the Greatsword instead. Is it a knuckle duster? There you go. Thank you, chat. Alright, so second relic coming up. I think the most interesting thing to find here from a routing perspective would be gravity boots. But that's pretty unlikely. Okay, Leapstone. So there is a possible divergence on the table right now. Our runners can either choose to go to the library, which is the standard route, or wait a little bit on the clock cycle. Be a good 30 seconds, I think. And go up to Coliseum and then around to Castle Keep. Now, I think DeGiovanni is probably the runner most likely to gamble since they're down 0-1. However, the previous race was so close, I think both runners are feeling confident. So I expect DeGiovanni will head to the right. Oh, scratch that. Here we go. Big divergence right here. DeGiovanni will indeed head up. Wants to gamble early. I would not call this a crazy gamble. This is a fundamentally sound gamble. You get more minor checks. You can potentially knock a lot of this out of the way early. You get the All-Rock Sword. So there are definitely some upsides here. Just gets a cheesecake and a shortcake for the minor checks. Bat pentagram can be decent. I believe that is the stronger of the two pentagrams. And here we go. This is going to basically justify the gamble for DeGiovanni if something good's over here. Okay, it's Wolf. Really interesting. I mean, that is a tough call. You can do some Wolf floats with a greatsword. I think DeGiovanni's right. That's probably not worth it. Also, I'm not getting the All-Rock Sword, huh? Alright. So sadly, this attempt did not work out twice in a row, which is a little bit unlucky. That's how it goes sometimes, casual. No way to know. Let's see what Dinner Dog gets at the elevator here. Oh, once again, skipping elevator. I wonder if this is a new routing concept. Standard route is you go up, at least check what the elevator location is. For example, if that's missed, you can full clear library immediately, won't have to come back. But it is casual, so you always got to play the odds instead. There is no reason to check the elevator first. That's completely wrong. That's the standard route for a reason. The real choice is, do you go all the way up to unlock the elevator, or do you wait? But checking is standard play. Another item here. Silver ring for Dinner Dog. Once again, that gamble is on the table. And yeah, sadly, DeGiovanni going up first. This is a big difference already. Ooh, nice job from Dinner Dog. That dive kick on the book, surprisingly tough to do. A little bit inconsistent. Easy first try, and there is Jewel of Open. Now, logic doesn't matter too much in casual, but it is relevant here, because what that means is some form of flight, or at least gravity boots, will be available outside of caverns. Could be right here. No money? Form of mist, huh? That could mean something like Misted Elevator. It could mean something like Mist at Castle Key. I'm sorry, Power of Mist, excuse me. Not Form of Mist. Yeah, we might end up having a little bit of a Mist Seed here. And yeah, Fire is correct in the chat. If you want to open up Silver Ring, you do need Spike Breaker. It's the only way to put that in logic. Now, speaking only for myself, this is one of my least favorite situations in the SotN Randomizer, the need to farm cash early on. I suggest a familiar card up here for DeGiovanni. That Dinner Dog play working out once again. Just saving it for later. Kind of a cool idea. Dinner Dog doing a cool money farm strat here. You just soul steal on the right side, right by the save. Nice $100 drop, that's huge. So yeah, a lot of this is going to depend, sadly, on who gets luckier with the money farm. So yeah, the orange bags are 50, the red bags are 25, yellow bags are 100. Those are the most relevant ones. How much to farm? So the major check in the shop is always 500 bucks. It's quite a lot of money if you don't find a gemstone. And it is in logic. Sometimes this is just absolutely required. Nice jump from DeGiovanni. Okay, another 100 drop from Dinner Dog. I'm not sure how close he is, but it's got to be close. Okay, $49 away. $24 away. Any kind of money bag will do it right now for Dinner Dog. Oh, but DeGiovanni somehow has 350. How did that happen? DeGiovanni can make up some time here. All right, not a bad farm for Dinner Dog. Really a big fan of that strat. Still has a lead, but if DeGiovanni can get a quick 150, it'll be a good chunk of time save. Now, the downside is Dinner Dog can get missed. So that's it for now. Might have to come back later. Thank you, Chrisagrim, for the SpeedGaming raid. Welcome, Raiders. We're in the middle of an elaborate farming session right now for cash. And Dinner Dog is actually electing to skip. the bat form check, which is interesting. It can be very tough to escape with only mist, but he does have double jumps, so... Thrust Sword also makes it easier. Small gamble here, maybe? DeGiovanni might check that. Oh, hang on. I think Dinner Dog might be going back. I think this is the right call. Once this is knocked out, you could potentially never have to come back to the library again. And that's the thing, SotN is a very complicated randomizer to play. A lot of things to keep track of. Honestly, not a huge amount of time loss. Could have been much worse. DeGiovanni getting a little unlucky on this money farm. Oh, never mind. Quick 125. I think one bag away, right? That's it. Maybe one more? Alright, there we go. For sure, that's good enough. Alright, so Dinner Dog came back for this. Let's see if it was worth it. Meal ticket always feels bad. Not even gonna get the J. Disgusted by the snorkel. A little disappointed. That can be good, but it's really up to the runner's preference. That's worth the 3-ish seconds to pick up. Now, it might not be obvious. I mentioned earlier that library cards are one of the absolute best consumables in the game. There is another item in SotN called the meal ticket that has the exact same sprite. It's kind of hard to believe. SotN has got so many custom sprites. Those two are identical, which can lead to some very funny situations where you need a library card, you find what looks like a library card, and it's a meal ticket. Now, Dinner Dog, I think near Lesser Demon, picked up a valuable gemstone. So going back to the shop here.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in.
Oh, that is a diamond. That's a lot of cash. Alright, so what's in the shop here? Not much. Not a whole lot. You get a shield.
Thank you.
Maybe just a whole lot of shurikens? A little bit pricey.
Thank you.
Goes with the chakram, interesting.
Well, for now.
Alright, so not nearly as good as the shop from the previous seed. Oh, Giovanni's got to be careful here. Hang on. Oof. That room is very scary if you have low defense. It's kind of close. And Dinner Dog using the Ice Brand, for now my favorite weapon in the game. With the stats that Dinner Dog is rocking, he could very easily use this all the way up to and including Dracula, but hopefully they find something a little better. Let's see what Giovanni's shop looks like here. Okay, now this is interesting. Dinner Dog electing to go to Castle Keep, which is in logic, but there's only one relic available there right now. So you get the warp, which is nice, and you get a lot of minor checks, which is good. This is a little bit slow. I wonder if DeGiovanni will head elsewhere. Alright, so DeGiovanni, will they go up or down? Okay, it looks like, once again, taking the same route. No, I think this is, probably the right call, right? Since I think there's guaranteed Power of Mist here. Either Power of Mist or maybe Gravity Boots. I could be wrong though, let's see. I did get that jewel out of logic. You know, it could be bad. Okay. You know, that's good too. Now, Dinner Dog is a well-known expert of logic, and while that rarely comes into play here in casual, I think absolutely making the right decision here, paying off beautifully. Much higher odds of bat in this situation compared to a standard check. That's a huge pickup. So once again, another very friendly seed. Oh no, Dinner Dog, no, it didn't have to be progression. Oh yeah, Coliseum, good point. But still, even if it wasn't a guarantee, pretty good odds. It's that versus committing to caverns, which is very slow, or at least it can be. And like I mentioned, the backup is you get the warp, which is always handy for navigation. In Giovanni's case, they did know this had to be something good, so that explains why both runners went up. Okay, so I think this is a save split for Dinner Dog. There are a couple of good options. You can either route this in with caverns or do it immediately and load back. And Power Mist, is that worth keeping for Dinner Dog? No. That one's probably a bit borderline. It can save time and MP, but it's really nice to be able to just warp back and save the repeat trip, especially since our runners are pretty low level, don't have a lot of MP to work with. It would have been a slow return trip. I think that's a fine call. Okay, there's our first Vlad. I in Alchemy 1. So once again, by the way, with both gold and silver and mist, this is looking like another seed where both runners will have at least the opportunity to full clear Castle 1. All we're waiting on is Merman statue, and then everything will be available. This right here is round 2. Game 1 went to Dinner Dog in an incredibly close and entertaining race. So Giovanni hoping to avoid defeat and a departure from the bracket. This is their last chance right here. If they can pull through, we'll have a game 3 scheduled for later in the week. Alright, so a second lab. Yeah, good lab right here. Alright, here we go. Clock cycle. Oh, actually, hang on. Dinner Dog opting to route in Holy Glasses immediately. I think this is a good call. It was really hard to see the cycle that he was on. He was menuing very quickly. But I'm thinking maybe that was because he noticed he was on a bad cycle. We'll find out soon enough. Meanwhile, Giovanni taking a totally different route. Going to Silver Ring right now. You do have to do a little bit of a trick here. You've got to use some kind of a potion or anti-venom, whatever gives you iframes, right when you hit the door. Perfect. Very nice. And another cube. In an unfortunate spot. Gonna just bail. Oh no! Maria preferring Dinner Dog to Giovanni. That's sad. Back-to-back Maria checks. Dinner Dog with the correct call. Already 3 blacks. Here we go. Good cycle for Dinner Dog. And Dinner Dog's had some excellent routing today. I've been very impressed. Something I've yet to mention, which happens all the time. Yo, nice Alucard bat glitch. When you do races back-to-back, because this game is a very complicated randomizer, super easy to get one seed mixed up with the other. So we might be seeing issues like that happen, but so far I think both runners have played very well. No major mistakes. Don't be surprised if there's a little bit of a mix-up. Giovanni getting the eye here. I mean, Giovanni's route's been fine, and does have the advantage of early silver. I think Dinner Dog will probably route that in with all rocks, and that's going to work out a little bit better. Yeah, Dinner Dog opting not to get the warp. I think that's a fine call. Already has Holy Glasses, so there's no real spot that would be useful. Oh, this is interesting. Doing a couple of pot checks on the way up to All Rocks. This is nice because without gravity boots, it's going to be a slow climb anyway. This will save a little bit of MP. Maybe you get something nice before the boss. And only peanuts in the top jar. Did you know in this game, you can actually eat the peanuts by throwing the peanuts and holding up in the perfect position? It's like a pixel-perfect peanut consumption. It's very cool. It heals like 50 HP. Wow. Nice chakrams here. This is a really cool weapon to use. And dual wielding is an underrated build in SotN. Like a throwable weapon plus a standard weapon like we're seeing with Dinner Dog here. It's so potent. Oh, it's over. What a fight. Great job. Was kind of sick. Wait, that's the same check as last time. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, this is weird. You know, what do you do here? I mean, look, so there are so many possibilities right now. First of all, Dinner Dog could just find go mode. It could be double Vlad at all rocks and it's just a wrap. Let's wait on this and then explore some of the possibilities here. Thankfully, DeGiovanni does not gamble on Holy Glasses. That was correct. Okay. Go mode is quick, but not that quick, probably. So, Dinner Dog could elect, or DeGiovanni in a few minutes, to skip Caverns, go straight to Castle 2, and just bank on it being there. I think at this point, let's see, how many are in Caverns? You got the 2 down there, 3, 4... Yeah, so there are more checks in Castle 2 than there are in Castle 1 at this point. So statistically, it is the better call, but it's such a deviation from the standard route. If you're wrong and it's in Castle 1, you are guaranteed to lose the race unless your opponent makes the same gamble. That is very committal. We're not going to see that from DeGiovanni. Will we see it from Dinner Dog? Oh, you know what else is relevant here? DeGiovanni has not fought all rocks. So if it's early in Caverns, DeGiovanni's going to keep exploring, whereas Dinner Dog will have the luxury of leaving immediately. Meanwhile, another perfect Spike Breaker skip from Dinner Dog. Very nice. There is the very remote chance that's true, none. Merman, Castle 2. Holy Symbol is final. That would just be so unfortunate. Okay, well, if you're a DeGiovanni supporter, you're desperately hoping to not find Ring of Light anywhere anytime soon. Unless, of course, Dinner Dog goes up. But we'll see if that's what he wants to do. Okay, so yeah, Dinner Dog not going to make the crazy Castle 2 gamble. I think that's 100% correct. Great route, great execution so far. Just stay in Castle 1. Full clear that. Alright, so I'm thinking that for DeGiovanni's sake, DeGiovanni's probably down 3 minutes, I would guess. Obviously, it can't be here. Probably the later in the Castle 2, the better. Maybe Creature. I don't think Creature's paid off a single time all bracket. Maybe this is the race. Oh, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. That hurts. I mean, maybe Giovanni just has the intuition of a god and goes to all rocks. But I think that is the killing blow right there. And this is why having 4 Vlads in any situation is so nice. Once you find that 5th one, any checks along the road you could ignore, breeze past, and just head for the ending. Okay, barring Dinner Dog going for the world's first ever Scylla skip, he's about to win right here. I suppose there's always the chance of a Castle 2 death. You cannot rule that out. Castle 2 is hard. GG's to Dinner Dog, tentatively. It is possible that Giovanni goes from Power of Wolf here up to All Rocks. Maybe? I think the better route here, which Giovanni will go for, is, on paper anyway, straight down. Okay, Dinner Dog avoids the soft lock. That is go mode for Dinner Dog. Those who don't know, if you leave the Scylla room too quickly, if you go too fast with wing smashes, and the water doesn't recede all the way, you cannot get out. And that has cost people races before. It's interesting. We've seen a couple of reservoir save splits over the course of the series here. It's an interesting strat. You can see how slow it is to have to reload. But I definitely think there's some merit to it. Power of Wolf is way out of the way. Alright, so in this situation, the best route for Dinner Dog to take is you go up around the right side of Castle 2. You will fight Medusa, so there's one more chance like a Gravity Boots pick up before the end of the seed. I think that's all Dinner Dog probably wants at this point. And then I think we'll be fighting Dracula with Ice Brand and a couple of Chakrams. Now, here's one thing to note about the final boss coming up. I mentioned before that having Power of Mist is like a get-out-of-jail-free card. Dinner Dog and Giovanni both elected to save split Power of Mist. If the Dracula fight gets out of hand, that could be relevant. Interesting. So Giovanni, what is Giovanni doing here? Electing not to full clear reservoir, grab the warp out of caverns, save split. Oh, This might be an early Castle 2 gamble. Whoa, that was a really cool strat from Dinner Dog. Petra Spirit into Sword Attack? Not sure I've ever seen that before. That looked pretty quick to me. Typically, it's Summon Spirit into Soul Steal. Ah, there it is. Damn, that's brutal. I mean, look, I can totally understand why DeGiovanni's doing this. At this point, on paper, you're leaving behind, what, 4 checks? Compared to the 10 in Castle 2. I'm going to say this right now. Nobody should be the least bit surprised if Dinner Dog wins the entire tournament. During the final round of qualifiers, Dinner Dog, who had been getting very unlucky, jumped from like 10th seed to 3rd in a monster rally and has been playing on fire ever since. So, definitely someone you gotta look out for here. But DeGiovanni's had a hell of a race. Neck and neck with Dinner Dog game 1. Incredible execution. Great combat. Really cool strats. I loved the double Vorpal approach. Really worked out well in Castle 2 last time around. And then this has been a totally fine performance game too. Just Dinner Dog had that intuition. Got the nice route going. Hard to compete with. So, DeGiovanni will be tied for 5th? I think it's a tie for 5th, right? An 8-person single elim. I mentioned before, death is the only way Dinner Dog loses. Okay, those snipers of Goth, so scary. And reverse Coliseum is no joke either. I tend to go Coliseum route, or excuse me, Olrock's route, because I just get nervous in this part of the game, especially with no power mist. Oh my god. Jesus. Alright, hang on. Everybody just hold on. Dinner Dog's got some healing. Not a lot of MP. Soul Steal is pretty expensive. Just gotta hit the save. I would straight up hard save right here. Hard save. Honest, that's the right call. Dinner Dog, it's bracket. No idea where DeGiovanni is. Not out of the woods just yet, but great job reacting to that terrifying situation. It's always important when you're playing the SotN Randomizer. Don't panic. Pause the game. You can buy yourself as much time as you need, and you'll probably find something in the menu that gives you iframes or health or something else you need. Showing excellent poise. Now, very quickly, once again, please do give the runners a follow for this excellent and entertaining series tonight. You can also follow me if you enjoyed the commentary. And I think we'll be having some post-game interviews. Definitely want to get Dinner Dog's thoughts and DeGiovanni's thoughts on how the race went and their decision-making process. But here we go. This is one of those situations where Dracula is no joke. So using an attack potion early. Probably a 2-cycle, I think, even with the attack potion, but I don't know, those chakrams have been really strong so far this seed. I do not remember Dinner Dog's last save. If there is a death here, it's probably a forfeit. So Dinner Dog's win condition, don't die. Take as much time as you need, but don't die. Oh, this is a lot of hits. This might be a 1-cycle. Hang on. Hang on. Oh my god! What a fight! Inner Dog demonstrating to perfection the power of the chakram. Wow. What a kill! Honestly, one of the best seeds I've seen. This bracket. Incredible movement and incredible combat.
Yeah, GG, dude. Wow. Really quick.
So let me go ahead and ping our racers here. See if they want to hop in for a race.
Yeah, okay.
If he gains the world and
Sorry, not for a race. We're done with the race tonight. See if they want to hop in for some post-game commentary.
I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, "Do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot." She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
So Dinner Dog will be joining us momentarily. Hopefully Giovanni as well. And welcome in Dinner Dog. Huge congrats.
Wow, I can't
Really
believe
top tier performance.
there was bottom tier in the library, but yeah, the luck was bad trying to get enough money, and then the luck turned around. So yeah, wow.
Well, overall, how did you feel about both of the seeds tonight? Were you happy with how they went?
I was really happy about the first one. The man, Matthias being like 18 seconds behind me in the first one was just like hats off to Matthias, just joined us here, man. Like that's I gotta watch that back. That's just crazy. I thought I really played the first one well, and I'm like, oh, okay, this should work out. And then when he said he was just in Drac when I finished, that I was like, wow, yeah, you're really grown over the 6 months here, Matthias. You've made it happen. And the second
it was really
seed,
surprising because I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please go ahead, Bert.
It was really interesting because everyone in the chat, myself included, we were speculating, you know, Dinner Dog's got to have about a 90-second lead minimum going to Castle 2. Giovanni's route, by the time you were both in Castle Keith, it was like 25 seconds. Everyone was like, wow, that route worked out a lot better than expected. But yeah, please go ahead about game 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say game 2 was a complete mess. Oh my god, like just like when you get into the library, see Form of Mist, and you only have $75, right? Like your heart just sinks a bit. And then I kept like Dark Metamorphosis like 20 times, I think, trying to soul steal those guys. And then my heart again sank when I left the library and realizing, oh, I didn't even check the relic after getting missed. And then seeing a diamond right after the fight, I figured my goose was cooked at that point. And I'm like, I just need to hard stay in first castle and hope it works out. And it just complete luck. Like in most cases, I probably should have lost that second race.
Were you expecting Giovanni to go to Castle 2 early?
I kind of thought that might happen because I thought what would I do, right? Like if you go down the first one, it's okay. You know, I lost by like 17 seconds. Like it's such a razor thin margin, right? You got to do something, right? So yeah, I figured like if I was in his shoes, I might gamble, especially after getting 4 of them. And I said, okay, you know what, just hard stay and hope for the best. Like we have to kind of just hope that the relic just falls in our lap anyways, because we lost so much time in the library.
One last question for you, Dinner Dog. Were you at all surprised that that final Dracula fight was a 1 cycle, or did you expect that Chakram would make it happen? I was pretty surprised.
No, I knew it would happen. Because the effects of the attack potion will continue on between fights. I'm not sure how long it lasts, but when I saw Chakram in the shop after getting the diamond, I knew like it was gonna like wreck Dracula pretty quickly. I didn't know at that point if it was gonna 1 cycle, but I remembered like I think the item we got right before seeing death was an attack potion. I'm like, okay, like this will be no problem.
Honestly, one of the cleanest Draculas I've seen. GG's Giovanni. I think you put on an excellent performance. How did you feel the seeds went?
Yeah, thank you for the GGs. Thanks again for Dinner Dog. He helped me a lot during the 6 months that I've been playing, and congrats to him. He played really well, and he absolutely deserves to go through here. So yeah, first seed, I feel like I made some kind of execution mistakes, and the clock, I wasted a lot of time in the clock in the first time that we got, I think was Lipstone or Gravity Boots, I don't remember exactly, but I waited like 15 seconds to go up and check Colosseum, and then again after checking Holy Glasses I waited about 30 seconds, so that cost me a lot of time, and maybe I could have routed a little bit around that, but I feel like my routing overall in the first race was kind of good, so I'm happy about that. And about the second race, I felt about the same that Dinner Dog did after not having money to purchase the relic that the librarian had to sell. Yeah, and I also Dark Metamorphosis a lot, trying to soul steal the guy, so I definitely felt like I was behind at that point. So upon seeing the 4 Vlad relics, I decided to go to the second castle early, because I was betting a little bit on density there. And I would have went to Auroch's quarters. I'm not sure if the last Vlad relic was there, but I checked my timer and I would have had to wait 30 seconds. So that's why I went down, and I found I think another Vlad relic there. So yeah, I just felt like I was behind, and I needed to make a play to try and clutch out the win in the second race.
I think that's totally understandable. You're right, it wasn't all rocks. And sometimes, especially in this preset, a gamble can honestly be the right call. There were more checks at that point in Castle 2 than Castle 1. But just didn't work out this time.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm happy with how I've played. As Dinner Dog mentioned, I've been playing for only 6 months, so I'm happy to have made the top 8 here. And I wish the best of luck to you both in the later stages of the tournament.
Meteoric rise, I think we'd all agree.
Absolutely. Hands
well,
off to you,
Giovanni,
man.
Congrats on the 5th place finish. Dinner Dog, you'll be playing the winner of either Dragon Blitz or Diagon. And then our final quarterfinals match is going to be between Fire, who I believe is still in the chat, and Mr. Razio. So, best of luck to everyone still remaining. Down to 6 runners now in the SpeedGaming Live bracket. I believe the next match is actually taking place tomorrow. And probably more to come soon after, so lots more soon in the near future. I really hope everyone enjoyed watching. Any final thoughts from our runners here before we sign off?
Yeah, I guess just my final thought is just again, hats off to Matheus. Like again, like you said, meteoric rise. Like to be able to do this in 6 months, I think a lot of us would not be at your level in such a short period of time. So GG's, man.
Appreciate it, man, and obviously I owe a lot to you, because your videos helped a lot, so I recommend anyone who wants to play the randomizer and join to watch Dinner Dog's video. He helped me a lot with that, and yeah, thanks a lot for everyone.
Okay, it was an absolute pleasure to commentate. More SotN tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone.